Pound.
In a world
the hell up.
where Carolina Panthers fans
Anthony from Charlotte, keep motherfucking pounding.
have an insatiable thirst
I need to see a lot more of that shit going forward.
for Panthers news and opinions.
All my C3 brethren from the C3 Legion.
Only one podcast roars ferociously.
The longest running Panthers podcast on the internet.
It's the C3 Panthers Podcast.
Oh, Greg, I owe y'all $100, man.
Welcome everybody to a special edition of the C3 Panthers podcast. There was no show last night. Tony had the night off. I was feeling a bit under the weather. So we're making up for it today with a live schedule reaction for the Carolina Panthers 2025 season that you may join if you would like to. You can click the link pinned at the top of the YouTube and Facebook chat. You may join via StreamYard, be a part of the action. The official schedule doesn't release until 8 o'clock. But you know the internet is undefeated. We already have it. We're going to talk about the implications of this brand new schedule for the Carolina Panthers and what it means this season for their chances of winning the NFC South. We're treating this just like a free-for-all, so you'll technically get two free-for-all this week's, or two free-for-alls, tonight and this Friday night. But you already know we're going to do it with the loyal, faithful members of the C3 Legion. First up, you know him, you love him. It's Panther Pickle. Pickle, what's up, buddy?
What's up, Cody? You know what? Today I've been called argumentative. I've been called complicated. I've been called unfair. And you know what I have to say about it? Suck it up, Buttercup. It ain't all about you. Panther fans, you need to suck it up, get up, and show up and tell me all about it.
Show up. That's right. Hey, be a part of this conversation. We're going to have a great convo tonight talking about the Panthers 2025 schedule. Be a part of it, man. Jump in here. And I'll also play some of the cat calls from last night that didn't get played. So if you would like to, the number is 252-228-5098 if you would like to be a part of the action. Next up, we got my man, Jake. What's up, brother? How are you, man?
I'm doing great, Cody. I'm excited to break down the schedule, man. It's been something that we all been waiting for a while now. And, I'm getting my Bojangle munch on, too. So it's already been a great day. Keep pounding.
Keep pounding, brother. Keep pounding. So, listen, ladies and gentlemen, hit that like, hit that subscribe for every single time the C3 Panthers podcast goes live. Now, boys, you already know we're on schedule watch. So the Carolina Panthers are going to release their own schedule video, probably in around 30 minutes. But like we said, the internet remains undefeated, and we pretty much have the entire makeup of the Carolina Panthers 2025 schedule. And here it is, boys. We open up on the road at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Teteroa McMillan versus Travis Hunter. Man, that'll be a great matchup. But also, it's going to be interesting to see where the Jacksonville Jaguars decide to play him. Are they going to put him at corner? Are they going to put him at wide receiver? Then we are again on the road. So we're going from Florida to Arizona, going to play the Cardinals week 2. Then our first home opener, week 3, versus the Atlanta Falcons. So just taking a brief look over this, it doesn't seem like we have any back-to-back. Oh, yeah, we do. Week 16 and 17, but let's just go.
We also have 5 and 6. Weeks 5 and 6.
True. So week 4, so we'll go through all of them. Week 4, on the road at New England Patriots. Week 5, here at home against the Miami Dolphins. Week 6 at home against the Cowboys. Man, that would be a good litmus test if we can get the bank to be filled with more Panther fans than Cowboy fans. That's probably a pipe dream. But whatever, we can dream. Then we're on the road against the Jets. Week 7, back at home versus the Buffalo Bills. Week 8, Then on the road, week 9 against the Green Bay Packers. Now, that's probably in November, December, right? So it could be bad weather during that game with the Packers. And we'll be able to see what type of arm talent Bryce Young is working with in some of that colder weather. Week 10 is our second divisional game, right? Yeah, that was only our second divisional game against New Orleans. Week 10 at home. Then we finish up our game-to-game matchup with the Falcons. Week 11 at home against Atlanta. Or no, that's on the road against Atlanta. Week 12. Oh man! So
Monday night
Back
football.
to back. That's back to back away games.
Monday night football at
back
San
to
Francisco.
back. How about that? The Carolina Panthers, after not having a single primetime game in 2024, are playing Monday Night Football against Christian McCaffrey and the San Francisco 49ers. Then week 13 back at home against the Rams. We get a bye. We finish out our 2-2 with the Saints. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home. Seattle at home. And then we finish out the season on the road in Tampa Bay. So
No, we don't. That's week 16. We got 2 more games, 17 and 18.
You're not seeing it. 16.
Oh, I see. I got you.
Yeah,
I got
17 is the no,
My
but it didn't cover it up. And week 18, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Boys, so Pickle, Jake, and to everyone in the chat room, if this is indeed our schedule, what do you make of our 2025 schedule? And what are your biggest opening thoughts and reactions to this schedule, boys?
Well, one thing I'll say is twice that I'm aware of in Carolina Panthers history, we opened the season against the Jacksonville Jaguars in 2003 and 2015. Both those situations, we ended up in the Super Bowl.
Damn, right? I didn't even think about that, Pickle.
Stand up and get attention, folks.
Let's go.
Something else. At this time, everybody thinks they're great. Everybody thinks they've improved. The proof is in the pudding. The proof is on the field. Half these teams say we've had an improved roster, talking about themselves, and come the real putting it out there on the field, they're a no-show. Like the Arizona Cardinals, they always hyping themselves up, but when it's proofs in the pudding, they no-show. That's just what I'll always believe that. Now, I've never been scared of the Cowboys, and I ain't never going to be scared of the Cowboys. All right. We could talk our division all day. I think it's an okay schedule. I wish our bye was a little bit earlier, but it is what it is. Also, talking about the first 2 games going away, folks. The Steelers had it last year. The Giants also have it like that. Let's take a deep breath and let's understand this is football. I like hard schedules. That way your team really gets to see what real football is. Okay?
Yeah,
a gravy schedule equals a gravy team.
I don't necessarily even think that it's that hard of a schedule. I mean, maybe I'll be interested to see what the total miles traveled is going to end up being. You know how they tally that up every year and they see who travels the most distance. But Pickle, before we go to Jake, I will say I disagree with you about that bye. So you want it earlier, but my thought process is let's just say that Carolina Panthers are legitimately in contention for the division around weeks 12 through 15.
Right.
That's a bye week before you go into literally 3 of the 4 games at the end are division games. You're going to be able to rest up at a time when, man, we could be that could be such a pivotal moment for us to get healthy, get rested, and be prepared for what is hopefully a push to win the division. Jake, what are your initial thoughts after looking at this schedule right here, my boy?
I mean, I don't think it's as easy as advertised, but I don't think it's as hard as advertised as well. I mean, just looking at it right now, I mean, the 2 back-to-back away games to start the season, I don't really like, but it is what it is. And then the playing Tampa Bay once again back-to-back later in the year. I mean, that always sucks as well. But I mean, we're really gonna know what this team really is by the time we get to the bye anyway. So. It does help that it's week 14 that we get it before we have to play Tampa twice.
Dude, there's just so much unknown. Like,
Yeah.
I could easily see 3-2. Like, if we're talking about the first 5 games, I can see 3-2. I can see 4-1. I can see 2-3. Just because we don't know what a ton of these teams are going to be. If you're judging based off of who they were last year, this is a pretty kick schedule through the first 5 weeks. Jacksonville, Arizona, Atlanta,
Right.
and New England, they were all picking at the top half of the draft. None of these teams were that great last year. However, Atlanta and New England and Jacksonville did a lot in free agency. So this is, I don't know, man. This is a pretty, in my opinion, just not knowing who these teams are, this is pretty favorable. Like the schedule doesn't really, in my opinion, get very tough until after week 5. You have the Cowboys, the Jets, and Buffalo. Now you have 2 home games, but man, dude, those are two teams that are gonna fill up the bank. They're gonna fill up the bank. Their fans are gonna be out in a vengeance. This is gonna be a great test not only for our team but for the fan base as well.
It helps that we play the Rams at home right before our bye week as well. You don't have to go to. You don't have to be coming back from playing a team.
Right.
You basically have even more of a bye week.
Right. And we'll be because our game, if you look at it, we'll be in San Francisco on Monday night. Come home and play the Rams on week 13, and then we're off a bye. So it's a little extra. We won't be away against the Rams and then have a bye. I would like to have a bye around week 10, but I can see the benefits of having it at 14 now, since we're at 18 games. But
that's what I'm saying. And I mean, if we're not fighting for anything, then it's sort of whatever. But considering that the last 4 games, 3 out of the 4 are division opponents.
Right.
That's big time football right there.
Mm-hmm. But the Jets still don't scare me, and
we don't know what they are.
And they have to prove it before I'm scared of the Jets. And
isn't their quarterback Justin Fields? Like right now, they're sort of winging on a hope and a prayer.
They are. I mean, it's not a bad. At least we don't have to go Seattle. I mean, we've got
home.
16 week 16 and 17. We're at home
back to back,
and then in weeks 6 and 7 we're at home. So
5 and 6, 5 and 6 we're at home.
Yeah. I said that wrong, didn't I? Yeah,
you're good.
Right. So, but we're in great shape, folks.
We are. To me, this schedule does not look that tough.
Gotta stay healthy though. Gotta stay healthy.
Yeah, health is
right.
Health is really going to be a big deal.
Yeah, and us having a young team is going to help us quite a bit. Plus, let's be real. For the last few years, it ain't like Charlotte is a great home city. It ain't like we have this clique at home that secures the bank. So we just don't have that. Maybe I wish we did. I really do, but we don't. So these away games are going to help this young team learn how to battle in an away game and learn how to fight like that. And plus, they're young. They've got a lot more energy than the older staff you normally run with. Yeah. I really think this is an opportunity for us. And if we can come out and have a winning season in a schedule like this, the NFL has to respect us.
Absolutely, man. And just to show you the contrast of different opinions in the chat, Forest City Kid, shout out, says very tough schedule. And then Deputy Lewis show says we're starting 7-0. So again, there's so many varying opinions on how tough
I like that,
is
Lewis.
isn't.
7-0.
Yeah, dude, I love the
that.
optimism. And hey, man, speaking of optimism, bro, we got the man himself in the house here to react to the Panthers schedule. We got D Money in the building. What's up, my brother?
My C3 family. It's crazy. I step outside this door right here. The first thing I see is a rainbow. And I remember how my great grandma said that doggone, it was showing that God keeps his promises. Well, one of the promises I felt that was kept to me is that we was going to be a better team and that we was going to show it this year and that we was going to put the league on notice. Now, I've seen in the chat some people said tough schedule. I've seen some people in the chat that's kind of just unhappy about how it's laid out. But do you know what I see inside of this daggum schedule, Cody?
Tell me, bro. Tell me.
I see dubs. I see quite a few dubs because the way I look at it, if Bryce is continuing to improve, if the offensive line is going to continue to block, these young boys and everybody we brought in is going to show what a Panther is, right? Let's look down this here. The Jaguars, I'm calling it a dub. The Cardinals, I feel like it can be a dub. The Falcons, do I even got to say anything about that? The Patriots, I really want to get that one. I just want to show Milton Williams what he was missing, but forget him because we got better. Let's see, we got here, the Dolphins. The Dolphins could be challenging. The Cowboys, it's whatever. I'm not worried about the Jets. The Bills are concerning. The Packers, depending on where they're at in the year, they pick certain times when they want to be great. I'm not thinking about the Aints. The 49ers, I would love to be in the building for that one, even though that's in Cali. The Rams could be a challenge. But when you look at this right here, and I'm not trying to instill no false hope to nobody, so don't nobody try to come shoot me in January. But this is a schedule for the type of dogs we have and the kind of culture we have and the team that we have. And what a fan base that we have, that we could possibly knock on that playoffs door. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'm going to say it because I'm D-Money, the ultimate optimist. We're going to the playoffs. And I'm willing to take the abuse from everybody. If for some God-foreseen reason we don't, I will eat every bit of it. But as of today, on May 14th, I believe it's the 14th, 12 days from my birthday, I'm putting it on the line right now. The Carolina Panthers will be in the playoffs this year, and we're going to be celebrating. And if you ain't with us now, you ain't welcome to the parade. See you at the playoffs all day, every day.
Pound the D-Money, my brother.
Hell
awesome,
yeah,
man.
dude.
Awesome, man. Hey, D-Money, let me get your opinion on this, man. So, listen, like I was telling Pickle, if this is a good team this year, and like you're saying, you see a lot of W's. I see a ton of potential for W's. What do you think about that Week 14 bye? Because literally right after that, 3 of our next 4 games are division opponents. So in my mind, that's the perfect bye week to rest up, hopefully before you're scrapping it out to win the NFC South.
I love it. I absolutely love it. To be quite honest with you, you let them go through the stretch they're going through, get through some ups and downs, right? And then it's not always about physical rest on that bye week, that mental rest, but it's a grind. And what do we have? A lot of rookies. What do we have? A lot of young guys. By that time of the season, they need that mental decompression. They can lick some of their wounds and get ready to go back into combat. I think the table has been set for us to put the league on notice this year, Cody Lack.
Yes, sir, man. To me, everything is set up in the right way. It really is. And like to me, a lot of these earlier games, I think they're going to be beneficial for our younger guys because, week 1 through 5, there's not a lot of known commodities on some of those teams. Jacksonville, Arizona, the Patriots, these teams are still building, trying to prove who they are. They were all top 10, top 15 picks the Miami Dolphins, they're transitioning from what they were to what they are now. Man, I see a ton of potential for us to hit the ground running. Now, I said that last year as well, and it didn't turn out that way. However, to me this year, if we really are who the Panthers say we are and who the fans say we are, this schedule opens up in a perfect way to give us a ton of momentum. And D, I don't know if you heard the stat that Pickle read earlier. The last 2 times that the Panthers have opened the season with the Jacksonville Jaguars, 2003 and 2015. Now, I don't know if y'all know what those 2 seasons have in common, but they involved the deepest of the deep of playoff pushes, baby.
Where's the Super Bowl at this year? I'm trying to see the stadium from here. Which direction should I be going? Where is the Super Bowl this year?
Hey, bro, you're going that way, bro. Where is the Super Bowl?
Here we come.
Pickle, do you know where the Super Bowl is this year?
No, I don't. I meant to look that up earlier today, and I forgot.
Well, if you're gonna get there, you're gonna have to go through us.
Point. Where is the Super Bowl at this year?
And the difference between this year and last year, with our optimism, we saw that Bryce could run an offense. At the end of last season, we saw he could run an offense. The ending of the season before that, we didn't have no faith in it, and we were blindly hoping that he was going to get better. We've seen it.
It's in San Fran.
Levi Stadium in San Francisco.
Are you?
And you know what? I own a pair of Levi's. It might be fake.
Bro, no, we need to meditate on that for a minute, boys. We are literally going to get the chance to rewrite the wrongs from 2015 if we can win a Super Bowl at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Bro,
it's fake.
It's fake. You could not write it any different. And it's 10 years to the season. We went in 2015. It's 2025. Come on, bro.
I need a drum to beat.
Here.
I need a drum to beat.
There's something happening here, bro.
Boom, boom, boom.
Let's go. Jake, what were you about to say, bro?
Super Bowl. Super Bowl.
Lombardi. Well, look, I got to get back on the clock. You know, I had to come peep in with your little bro. Hey, if y'all ain't with us now, you ain't welcome to the parade. And if my Lord and Savior bless us like we need to be blessed, you might not be invited to the parade this year.
Keep pounding.
Keep pounding, brother.
Keep pounding. Yeah. Man,
and you let the Panthers win the Super Bowl this year, and woo, what a parade we'll have! It'll be partying all night long.
Partying all night long, baby, dude. But to me, this is just perfect to be able to right some of the wrongs, you know, that our organization has been through in the past. Oh, I love it, man. I love it. What are we thinking of some of the toughest parts of the schedule here? To me, it's weeks 6, 7. It's weeks 6 through 9, in my opinion. Even though we're at home,
right? I actually
6 through 9 the toughest.
I'm going to look at this. I'm going to say our toughest schedule. Toughest part, and we get a bye after that because we're going. I mean, granted, they don't look like they're being any good this year, but it's still the Saints, still a division. And on week 10, then we have to go to Atlanta and face the Falcons. Then we have to go to San Francisco and face the Niners. Then we get to come home, but we're facing the Rams, and then we have a bye week. That's the toughest part of our schedule.
I think it's week 8 and 9, and then game 17 or 16, 17, and 18. I think that's the toughest part of the schedule.
Mm-hmm. I definitely don't like facing Tampa back to back, and with Seattle school and after flying all the way out West Coast,
right?
To do that.
Yeah.
But hey, the one thing that I'm going to say this, and I'll say this as a benefit. You see up there in week 2,
Yeah.
T-Mac goes home. T-Mac is home in Arizona
Oh, is he really?
because
Oh, yeah, that's where he went to college.
that-
Yeah, he went to college.
that's
Yeah,
when he went to
where
college.
Yeah.
And in the 49ers, I mean, and a lot of these other LA
You know, they
teams.
drafted Will
Uh,
Johnson too, the corner. Or no,
Right.
who was the safety? Malachi Starks. I think that's who the Cardinals drafted. Am I right about that? Am I
No,
tripping?
no,
No, he went
you're
to
tripping. The
Baltimore.
Ravens drafted
Yeah.
him.
Oh,
He
so
went
who
to
did the Cardinals draft number
I-
1 overall?
I don't recall.
I don't know. I have to go look. Go ahead, Pip. I didn't even know.
Anyway, but if you look at Bryce and you look at some of these other cats, they're California boys.
Yeah.
So these trips to Cali are just them. They're just going home.
Yeah, they're easy.
So
for them.
I mean, they're easy for them. So to us, we think, oh, struggle. To these boys, they're going home. It ain't no damn struggle.
They drafted Walter
Yeah.
Nolan.
Walter Nolan. Yeah, that was the defensive tackle that the Panthers were rumored to like a lot
Yeah.
too. Yeah, but Pickle, you mentioned the very end though. At least Tampa and Seattle, we're here in Charlotte, so it's not like we're. I would rather do that earlier in the year than later in the year. So, for example, week 1 and 2, we're going from Jacksonville to Arizona, whereas the end of the week we have Seattle and Tampa both in the bank.
Well, in reality, week 18 don't mean a lot. Our backups will be playing in that game because we'll have the division bought and paid for by then. We'll just be resting our starters on week 18.
Let's hope so, man.
We start and finish the season away.
Paul Mancini says my NFC power rankings: 1 Eagles, 2 Rams. 1 Eagles, 2 Rams, 3 Lions, 4 Tampa Bay, 5 Washington, 6 Packers, 7 Arizona, 8 Vikings, 9 Cowboys, 10 Panthers. I don't know, man. I don't see how Arizona is much better than us. I mean,
Not only that, we do tend to always have Arizona's number when it comes to games. I mean, it's really
that's true.
That's
definitely true.
And I'll just say this: Dan Floyd brings it up. I will be entirely upset if we don't sweep the Saints, because the Saints will likely be bottom feeders. They are back to where they belong at bottom feeders in the South.
Yeah. Dude, they're probably going to be picking number 1 overall, huh? Now that Derek Carr retired, they just drafted Tyler Shuck, and the dude is a big, strong quarterback, but he's been hurt a ton.
Right, he has to stay healthy.
Super injured. Yeah, he has to stay healthy.
And behind that offensive line, I just don't see how he stays healthy. I really don't. For him, not counting the division rivals, for him, I hope he does stay healthy. I don't mean that in negative to him, but I just don't see how he does stay healthy behind that offensive line. And they're learning a new system on offense and defense because they got their new head coach. They're sweeping out everything related to Sean Payton, and it's going entirely into a new offense. And not only that, they're switching to a 3-4 defense. So, it's going to be a big turnaround for the Saints this year.
You said they're moving to a 3-4?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. Now, what do we think of Tampa Bay? Tampa Bay has been kicking ass for the past, 3 years in a row? I think they won the division.
They won it 4 years in a row.
Yeah, and they reloaded again. They had a pretty good draft. Can we take down Tampa Bay this year?
I hope. I think. I listen. I said it on Friday Pre-Pro. I think it was the other day. I keep downing Tampa. Each year I'll say they're not as good as they look. They're not as good as they look. And each year they come out and thump us good. So I can't do that no more. But hopefully we have to take him on for the first time in week 16. I truly hope by the time we get to week 16 that they hurt that a lot of their old guys, because they do have an older team, their old team is banged up, injured, and laid up. What do
By
you think,
by
Jake?
by week 16, we're gonna know what kind of football team we really are. I
Right.
mean, by week 16, hopefully we're contending for the division, and these games are gonna really matter because who knows? I mean, if we start off rough by week 16, hell, we might not even be looking like a playoff football team anyways. But there's the other side to that too. We can start out really hot and continue to be hot, and by
Mm-hmm.
week 15, we might be blowing away in the division. You just never know. It
Yeah.
just really
Yeah.
depends on how healthy we are and how we end up playing.
Right. And I know the Saints are the Saints. The Cardinals re-signed Calais Campbell, but he's like almost 40 years old.
Yeah, the dude's how old now?
He's 38 technically. I know he's had some good stats and everything, and he's still playing good, but eventually Father Time's going to catch up with you. He come back to the Cardinals, so I keep hearing every year we talk about how Arizona looks improved. Arizona's going to be better. Last year, Arizona drafted the best wide receiver in the league. He was going to destroy teams all by himself. Him and Kyler Murray was going to be phenomenal. He barely showed up. And Kyler Murray again, it's so far with the Arizona Cardinals, it's all hype and no substance.
The video.
All right, boys. I got the video for the schedule release. It literally just came out. Let me bring this up. All right, boys. This is the 2025 Carolina Panthers schedule review.
Man, I appreciate y'all coming in for the secret reveal meeting. Coach told me to bring some of y'all boys in, so let's get right to the reveal.
Say, B-Rob, man, hey, I appreciate you calling the meeting, man, when I got a secret I've been meaning to tell you. This ain't my real voice.
This is how I really talk. When I was younger, I knew I wanted to be an American football player. People think I was tough. But the truth is, I love the finer things in life. I love fine wines and artisan cheeses. I curate works of art from around the world. And of course, appreciate a little light reading.
Is he serious? He wasn't always wearing that, was he? Okay. Thanks, XL. We appreciate that. But let's get back to the reveal.
Actually, Rob, I got something to get out too. So in the off season, I work as a volunteer sheriff deputy. Last month, I set the record for most seatbelt citations.
How stupid.
Sir, you know where I pulled you over today? Seatbelt. Sir, you know where I pulled you over today?
JC, bro, it's me, JT. What's up?
Seatbelt.
I ain't gonna lie, twin. I'm not taking this ticket. I ain't left the stadium yet. I'm still in the whip. What's up?
Nah, brother. I'm gonna need this one overturned, though. Whew. Thank you, JC. I appreciate that, brother. Let's get back to the reveal, though.
All right. Listen.
Everybody got
I
something
ain't
to
gonna
say.
lie, y'all.
What's up, Chuba?
I've been living in the gym. But real life, I've been living in the stadium. I eat here. I watch TV here. I even found myself a house pet.
Secret is, I really never leave.
Bro, you been chirping at me at what time I get here, and you been here the whole damn time?
Hey, that's enough, man. I appreciate all the secrets, though. But the secret's about the damn schedule.
Hey, y'all. Maybe we don't mention that I be living in the stadium, though. Let's keep that hush.
Let's keep that hush. Bro, they barely even showed you what the schedule
I get
is.
here and you been here the whole damn time.
They're like, that was the whole thing.
Hey, that's
you have
enough,
to
man.
pause it to see the
I
schedule.
appreciate all the secrets.
Yeah, okay. So we do have it. We did have it right though. The internet, they got it. I'm gonna have to juxtapose it to make sure. Yeah, it's the same schedule. Yeah, I mean, all right. What do y'all think? What y'all make of the Panthers 2025 schedule release? Man, JC giving out seatbelt tickets. Triple Hubbard living in the damn stadium, bro.
Man, it was like Chad Ochocinco. That's how it was.
Yeah, man, he's out there just living, man. Yeah, no Bryce in the video. What y'all think about it, man?
I mean, I think it's funny, simple. It's really short.
It was really simple. It's wasn't all that complicated. It didn't have a lot of the graphics that we're used to seeing, and it's really simple, and it's kind of it's simple. I'll just leave it at that. I have to say I expected more. Maybe that's what I should say. The little XL gig I thought was just dumb. But you know.
Yeah, like the whole joke.
That's just how it is.
Like the whole joke is that nobody can understand Xavier Leggett.
Yeah.
So it's like, let's give him a fine English accent. Yeah. But they do say that the Southern accent and dialect is the closest to like actual old school English.
Yeah.
So maybe they're onto something there. But I mean, chat, what y'all think, man? Put it in the chat on a 1 to 10. What did you make of the Panthers schedule release? And I'll try and pull up some other ones too, and we can watch a couple of them. But y'all cover me while I look up some of these, man.
All right, man. Yes, sir, Jake. What do you think, man?
Oh, man, I like it. I mean, they kept it, simple. I mean, it's not as good as the old ones or whatever, but I mean, I still like it. I mean, if I was going to rank it on a scale between 1 and 10, I'd probably give it a 7. Nothing horrible, nothing fantastic or anything like that. But I mean, I still kind of like it. I mean, the JC Horn thing with the tickets, I mean, I thought that was pretty funny. I mean, that's something that, he's always known for locking people down, putting the seatbelt on them when he does. So I like that.
Yeah. So, what other teams do y'all want to see? Y'all want to see the Falcons? The Falcons actually did do a pretty cool one.
All right, we'll see the Falcons. That way we can ridicule it.
Yeah. And then chat, tell me what ones y'all want to see, and I can go around and we can sort of look at all of them. This is like the fun part of the schedule release, is that every team gets to sort of do their own thing. So you saw the Panthers. This is the Falcons.
And cards. Select the level. NFL Grand Prix. Select your player. Maybe not as in. Select map.
They did the whole Mario Kart thing.
Oh, no, don't you do it. Up his ass, purr. Up his ass, purr.
Damn.
That's messed up.
Rich Eisen. Shout out to Van Johnson. Yeah, we already did do that. Mari Johnson. Yeah, they bit our swag. They had the full 3D animation.
UAV online.
Yeah.
Shoo, 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 shoo. Do it, table. All right, dude. I'm not gonna be a hater. Atlanta's.
I kind of like it, honestly.
Leave it up to the Atlanta Falcons to be the childlike.
Yeah. Hey, chat, tell me which ones you want to see next, and I'll pull up whatever team y'all want to see.
Shout out to the over 200 views on X. Appreciate you boys. And you folks.
Oh man.
All right, that was pretty cool. Dude, they have the Saints off the podium completely.
That's like the Saints are, though.
All right, there you have it. That was the Atlanta Falcons video. Theirs was pretty cool. You're right though. To Vari Johnson in the chat, we did the 8-bit game simulation. What was it? 2 years ago now? 2 years ago? Yeah. All right. Which one y'all want to see next? Y'all give me some teams. We'll look at a few more.
All right.
Who y'all want to see?
The Saints or the Bucks can release one.
Let's do one that isn't in division. Let's do Jacksonville.
Okay.
Yeah, Jaguars.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Just why he's getting that working. Let's all remember one thing. The Atlanta Falcons always have, always will, and forever will be the suckiest team in the entire fucking division. Not counting the New Orleans Saints, who are probably the most trashiest team in the whole division.
Bro.
The only good thing about Tampa is it's in Tampa, Florida. That's the only good thing.
Cardiac Cat says, Penix riding the Rainbow Road. Yo! That's fucking hilarious.
We don't judge. We don't judge.
Yeah, we don't judge. If you know, you know. All right, this is Jacksonville.
But, you know.
They've decided to jump on the meme train with this dude. Did y'all see this dude and his ice bowl thing that went viral around the internet? Why does this open up?
Not really, but...
What does this have to do with the Jaguars? Yeah, this is nothing to do with this.
What?
Bro, this is the corniest one so far.
Thank you.
Oh, this is so bad. If you didn't know what this meme was, like
I know what you're telling me,
I
Roger.
have no
We need
idea
more
what
primetime
this
games.
is at all.
Hello. Phone guy. These chargers broke, man. This is on my god. What time is my next meeting, bro? Camera's on. Okay, it's not negotiable. Thank you.
Yeah, this is all the way.
Because we got to do at least 10 million, bro.
Wait. What's the schedule?
What did I just watch?
Okay, I take that back. The Panthers have a really good one compared to that way.
Yeah, ours might be a 10 now.
Dude, that was the dumbest one imaginable.
Of a scale 1 to 32, that's like 35.
Who y'all want to see now? I saw someone say the Chiefs.
Yeah, it don't matter to me.
Yeah, we can do Chiefs. That's fine.
Dude, theirs is so long though. Theirs is like a 5-minute, 30-second.
What about Washington? Washington Commanders.
Commanders? All right, hang on.
At least, Jake, at least on the primetime Monday football game in San Francisco, the world will see the Carolina Panthers destroy the 49ers.
All right, so they also went video game style, Commanders Tycoon.
Oh wow, this is like 1989 video style.
Yeah,
it's like what, Atari?
This is older than Atari.
Damn.
No, this is a lot of these. Let me turn it lower. A lot of these PC games like this, the Tycoon games, they were popular in the 90s when I was a kid too.
Oh, well. I wasn't a kid in the 90s, so. I agree with you, Don.
Down to one last play. And it's going to be getting longer by the second. You're all the way back at the 30-yard line. Now you can step into it. Here comes the Hail Mary with the game on the line.
Who is this?
That's okay. That's okay. That was the Commanders.
That was lame. That was worse than the. No, I don't know that it was worse than the.
It's not on the same level. No.
My gosh. Come on, Cody. Let's get a good one. Jesus. Shout out to the entire NFL.
Buffalo.
Right now, your schedule releases are lame.
So the Chargers did one entirely in Minecraft. Lots of video game ones, surprisingly. Yeah. They got one in Minecraft. What other? Let's check out the Ravens. Yeah, Bills and Ravens. Okay, we'll check them out in that order, D-Money.
I like to see the Eagles if they have one.
Yeah, Bean, what's up? I'm a little busy here.
What's up, dude? Real quick, schedule release video. You got anything for me?
I mean, just use AI.
AI?
That's what everybody's doing.
Let me see what I can do.
Yeah, that'll be easy. I mean, just use AI.
Just use AI. AI.
Yeah, that'll be easy. Just use AI.
I can already tell I like this.
AI, thanks for doing this today.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. Why
Allen Iverson.
This is awesome. This is already awesome.
We do want you to reveal the Buffalo Bills 2025 schedule.
Buffalo Bills? Josh Allen, Buffalo Bills?
Yeah, Josh actually sent us to shoot with you.
Wow. MVP, Josh Allen. That's something for me to brag about.
He said he wanted to use AI.
Use AI or the real AI?
You're the only AI I know, dude.
Okay, so we got the real deal. Let's do it then. Here's the schedule. That was the 2025 Buffalo Bills presented by the answer.
One last thing. Can I get a go Bills?
Go Josh Allen.
I like it.
Yeah.
I really like this.
Yeah, that was a good one. I like that one. Like, that was inventive. You know, they weren't trying to be something that they're not. They just did something.
Right.
Yeah, everybody's doing AI.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was also kind of making fun at everybody's ages in AI because Josh told him to go AI, and Josh meant artificial intelligence, computer AI.
Yep.
And being Brandon Bean is like me, old. He says, "All right, I'll go AI." Allen Iverson.
The Ravens have a really long one.
Yo, that'd be all
It's,
right.
have y'all seen that show Severance on Apple TV? Yeah, they're spoofing that, and it looks really well made. Who did you want to see pick up Philadelphia?
The Eagles. I can't tell if this is sci-fi or Rocky.
2001: Space Odyssey, right? Bro, you think the Eagles are feeling themselves? Yeah, they're just
That's all
like,
they showed in the Super Bowl trophy.
dude,
The Lombardi trophy.
yeah, bro, they're just, hey, but dude, I guess if you win it, you can
You gotta show it
flex like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, if we did that, if that was the Panthers and our video was just nothing but flexing our Vince Lombardi trophy,
I love it.
bro, how do you even say something to that? You know what I mean?
No, it sucks.
Yeah, you're
Just
right.
like Jacksonville, just like that other dumbass.
Yeah, you're
Come
right.
on,
All right,
man. NFL teams, you could do better than this.
All right, let's see what other team. Let's do two more, and then we'll get our final thoughts on the schedule. We'll get out. Who y'all want to see? Y'all want to see who haven't we seen yet?
How about Detroit Lions?
Yeah, okay, hang on. Theirs actually looks pretty cool. All right, so theirs is just flying through. It's pretty cool. It's
Yeah,
nothing super special.
Yeah.
The Jags. The Vikings one is about tattoo.
It's about tattoos.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all right, I'll pull that up.
Would you be willing to get a tattoo? Yes, I would. Oh, dear God.
Go, lady.
So if people really had tattoos just for this, that's
Don't, just breathe and don't tense up. Breathe, don't tense up. Oh my goodness. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Oh, the tattoos are pretty cool. I would turn the volume down. Dude, the tattoos are actually pretty cool though. See, this I like, one because I love tattoos. I want to get more of them, but also because just the artistry of it. I think it's pretty cool.
That's a really good tattoos.
Yeah. Dallas with the Viking pigtails. Giants of worm eating the apple. All right, yeah, cool.
You're right. The Ravens is like 6 minutes and 40-something seconds.
Yeah,
long.
and it's all based around the Apple TV show Severance. Like, if you didn't know that, you would be lost on it. But yeah, the Ravens did a cool one.
The Titans are all about making fun of fans.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, I glanced at a little bit of it because it ain't but a minute 28 seconds long. It's it kind of makes fun of us. It really does, because there's a lot in it that I can see myself doing.
All right, we're gonna look at the Cowboys. This is pretty stupid.
Oh man, the coach has Tyreek Hill, a Dolphin, and he gets arrested by the Coast Guard.
Okay, we gotta see that. Who was it? You said the Colts?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. A Minecraft one?
Yes.
So there were two that did Minecraft, the Colts and the Chiefs.
Right.
Damn, nobody can be original nowadays.
No.
Is it worth
Everybody lives
it?
in Denver.
Let's see if it's worth it. That was pretty funny. That's pretty cool.
Oh, they must have kicked Denver off the throne.
I'm not double well done.
Oh, that was made of fun of Rappaport and Schultz's argument.
Yeah.
Chicken jockey.
He's up to no good.
Watch out,
Have to take a shower when he goes in at halftime.
All right, I've had enough. I gotta tap out. Yeah, I mean, dude, some of them are pretty cool. But listen, we know the schedule now. I think that this is one of our more favorable schedules. I really don't even think that's hard. Pickle, me and you were saying that we hope it's a hard schedule so we can test our mettle. And I do think it does that. I mean, we have to win. But ultimately, the fact of the matter is most fans are going to look at the schedule and say, there's no reason why we shouldn't have at least 3 to 4 wins after week 5 of the NFL season.
Right.
I'll pull it up one more time, too. I'll pull up the schedule.
We should and we need to start hot. We can't start slow, man. We got to come out the gate hot, and I think that's going to help later in the schedule for sure, especially if you stay healthy.
Right.
All right, this is our last look at the schedule. This is the one the Panthers put out. Honestly, the graphic I had up earlier was better than this one. But yeah, man, I mean, I don't know. I'm not mad at this. I think it's a good schedule. Like I said, I really like how we start. I like where the bye is. If we're going to be a contender this year for the NFC South, that's a perfect bye week. I think we're sitting pretty, boys. I like that. I do like that. Any other final words on the schedule before we jump out of here, boys?
Nah, I like it. I like the schedule too. Y'all convinced me as more and more as we went in the show. I don't think it's as bad as I originally thought it was going to be and looked like it's going to be.
Right.
I mean, we really got a good chance to really do something special this year, and I hope it pans out the way that I see it happening.
Yeah, and I agree. And we all need to remember right now, a lot of teams are going to come out high on the hog. Training camp starts, preseason starts, then everything gets ironed out. You know, it really does. Everything you figure out better later. You just do. And once everybody gets their I's dotted and their T's crossed and things start materializing, we'll know quite early on in the schedule if what kind of team we're going to have. And that doesn't mean that we're going to be a bad team if we start out slow. That just means it's going to take us a little while to develop and learn together as a unit. I think we're going to be all right. I think we're still at least going to be a 10-win team. And I'm going to stand by that for a while.
Yeah, man. And I put out a poll earlier. Let me see the results of it. So I put out a poll that said how many W's do the Panthers have in 2025? 48% of the vote says between 8 and 10. So hopefully that's enough to win the division this year. Maybe you get a wild card if it's not to win the division. But I like it, boys. I like it.
The one thing I want to add in real quick, and we didn't talk about or pay attention to, the Panthers' time on these games from the start of the season. Week 2, Arizona is a 4:05 game. Then on the 24th of November was a Monday Night Football. It's 8:15. Then on December the 14th, we have a 4:25 game. That's all the 4 o'clock games we got. That's all the 4 o'clock games we got.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I think we have a good schedule. I like the amount of prime times. We're not too much in the limelight. The thing I think I like the most is the ability to start hot and finish strong with that no time to bye week.
Yeah, I love that.
So, yeah, man, I'm loving it. C3 Legion, we appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. Apologies for no podcast last night. We will be back next Tuesday, but we are also going to be back this Friday at 7 p.m. for another edition of the C3 Friday Free for All. My name's Cody Lashley. That's Panther Pickle. That's Jake the Snake. We appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. We will be back this Friday to further react to all the latest news in Panther Nation, give you all the Panthers opinions from Panther fans, and we will react to this schedule some more. C3 Legion, we love you until this Friday. Keep pounding.